Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much, Loki, for resubscribing for a whopping 16 months. Holy shit. Has it really been that long? Almost to the year and a half mark. That's so crazy cool to think about. All this time that has passed. Have I gotten better as a streamer across that time, in your measure? I feel like I have. Maybe. Maybe a little. But the jury's still out, right? And how many pages have I made so far? About 24. 24 pages in total. Ad starting soon. That's a lot of pages. Currently on page 3 of chapter 3. So, progress on this chapter has been slow, but that's just because I've been lazy and busy. More so than it being difficult. Not too bad considering how long the first one took. That's true. We can always remember that the first one took 4 months. So, getting better. Because what, it's only been started this chapter, start of the year, so it's been 3 months and I've got 3 pages. That's actually pretty good. Like, all things considered, we're doing pretty good. Which is excellent. Have I finished on this? So one thing I'm doing specifically for this panel is that I'm drawing Ratchet outside of it. So unlike my previous panels where I would draw sections that leave the panel first, or the sections that leave the panel like as just little bits, I'm just doing all of Ratchet outside of the panel this time. Because I have a theory this will either be easier in the long run, or just better for me since I will be able to adjust it and move it. Because the idea of this panel is that he actually jumps out of the space. Not breaking the fourth wall, not intentionally breaking the fourth wall, but at the very least, breaking the frame, which I'm keen to do. Terraformers was really good, was not expecting to get that into it. Yeah, that's the anime, yeah, from what you had said, it sounds really good. Sounds like it's pleasantly surprised you, which is great. You know, I'd love to have like just an anime that actually turns out to be really good. That not many people are talking too much about. Oh, it's just reminding myself how to draw on Clip Studio because it does feel like it's been a while. Does it feel like a while for all of you? Feels like a while for me. I've been drawing a lot on Procreate, though, so I haven't lost practice. Currently working on a bunch of animations, which is, has been a lot of work, but really fun as well. So, some of you may notice that we have 2 new emotes, and they are hand animated, unlike the vector animations that I usually do. And I'm so happy with them. They look so cool. Like, genuinely so insanely happy with it. Oh, let me give you the rundown of what's happening with your mum real quick. Yes, please do. I hope you are both doing better at the very least. Or that you can see some sort of like progress or improvement. Yeah, the little pop Ratchet is very cute. Yeah. But yeah, how are things going? Is your mum doing better? At the very least. Oh no, it's dividing it by... Well, of course it is. What am I saying? I'm gonna need to fix this. Hold on. Hold on. I need to get rid of... Oh no, if I get rid of them, that's gonna be... Oh, okay, fine. That's a new complication. That comes with drawing outside of the lines. Quick rundown for you. At least 2 months ago now, your mum started having a spot of bloodshot in one of her eyes. 3 weeks ago, started to have vision problems out of that eye, and shortly after flew down to the States. Problems got a bit worse, started wearing an eye patch and flew back up. A little over a week ago when she landed, it was basically swollen shut, and the eye socket is swollen. Having migraines because of it. 3 days ago, pain and everything got so bad, she is barely eating anything and is just staying in her bedroom 99% of the time. But finally was able to talk her into getting treatment, and that is in an urgent care place in like 12 hours. Okay, well, yeah. Damn, that is... Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot definitely going on. I hope everything's okay. Hey, Silent. You! Hello. Copied it from the message for Boogie and Moni, hence the start of it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, yeah, that's pretty intense. Hey, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? And good on you for getting your mum treatment as well. For being on top of that as well. Very good work. How are you, Silent? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're chilling. Or at the very least, feeling chill. I'll do the brown stuff. The brown... Oh, that's not anything. Just put a little dot there. Procrastinating like a boss. I love to hear that, actually. I have been known to procrastinate myself, so I heavily endorse it. It feels good. As for you, your problem could be anything from your body saying you're too old to weigh this much, to a stress ulcer, to some much worse stuff, just going to wait to see on yours. Fair enough. If it's... I mean, yeah, like, you're the best judge of yourself, so just as long as you're taking care of yourself, you do what you feel you need to. But yeah, that's a lot to handle for sure. So I'm definitely very sorry to hear that, Loki. That all this has been going on. It sounds quite intense. Oh, Trico. Well, I guess we were drawing a Pokemon. Let's do it. Hold on. Let me just quickly save what I've done so far. I think today's going to be quite simple drawing-wise, because we're just filling in a lot of Ratchet. Trico, time to complete the Gen 3 starters. Yes. Yes. I feel like I'm going to need to ask questions about Trico. I don't have a hug emote. Yeah, that's something we should do. Set up a hug emote, because we want to make sure people are supported here. Taking a list. Making a list of emotes, animated emotes, because I'm working on stuff. Okay, I do not... Okay, so Trico's the first, like, iteration. So the first, not evolution, but the base form. Trying my best to remember it. And Trico Tree, so it's a green Pokemon. Green, it's a good start. Even though I don't actually do the colors for them. Trico was with Torchic, wasn't it? In that Pokemon generation, right? The base small one, he stands on 2 legs. Okay, that does actually help. Trico sounds like a frog. I think I know. I think in my head I know now. It's this one, isn't it? The one that looks like Dilbert. This one. This is horrifying. A very interesting start, for sure, on this Pokemon. Testing my Pokemon knowledge to its absolute limits. It's like, it's one of those things that, like, for me, Pokemon exist in this very vague, fragmented section of my brain. Because this doesn't look like any kind of Pokemon. This looks like some sort of horrific creature. If it ain't Gen 1, I don't know it yet. I feel like I get that. Like, that I feel in my core. But then again, I also promised that these were never going to be good. Torchic was a fluke. If it ain't Gen 3, I don't know it. Yeah! I know Flabeb and Bonsley and their later generations, but other than that, no idea. As you could clearly tell, I haven't played, like, a Pokemon game in years. And I knew at some point I was going to get a Pokemon I just did not know. And so I am, for the life of me, I'm fighting. Looks like an extremely depressed Koopa that has lost its shell. Exactly, I've drawn a Koopa. You said you wouldn't be good, not that it would be cursed. Well, that's kind of like a blessing in a sense. Got a tail? I've drawn like a weird beaver tail for this one. Horrifying. Hey, Oppa, how you doing? Now it's a Koopa A Attack on Titan hybrid. Oh yeah. Hold on. Because they always have like the teeth, don't they? Or a weird expression. This is awful. This is the worst one I've done so far. Looks like a Goomba but mutated. It looks like a Goomba that's been like stuck in the basement of what's his name? Bowser's like castle. If you want cursed Pokemon, check out Nevi. Yeah, but Nevi does them with like a knowledge of Pokemon that I could only dream of, I think. Because, like, I don't know Pokemon pretty much at all. Skill. Yeah, with skill, exactly. With skill and experience, you know? They always have, like, a little circle. And because it's a grass-type Pokemon, it's probably got cut, you know? It's a HM or whatever they call it. Hehe, Nebby. I was just in Nev's stream, just before starting myself tonight. I've just been jumping into streamers that I know and just using the dance emote. Because I'm just like, oh, don't mind me, just dancing through the chat. Nev was the second person you followed on Twitch. Hey, nice. Yeah, Nev's great. Nev's the best. Absolute sweet bean. And Canadian, too. Canadian sweet bean. Not that makes any difference. Most Canadians seem very nice. But yeah, she's the best. Remember back when Nev was only hands and a faceless Yeti? Oh, that's like OG, surely. Or close to OG. I've only been streaming for like almost 2 years. And I think I met Nev through streaming. So I've only known Nev from now. So I know the Neviness. Nev, but fully accepted their like streaming character. Not character, but like their streaming personality. Which is cursed Furbies. And tummy drums and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like the hatching on this. I mean, how else are you supposed to meet a Canadian other than through the internet? Yeah, for the most part. Unless I visit Canada, which I won't be doing for anytime soon, but it's on the list. But like, yeah. And do you walk up and just like introduce yourself to random Canadians? I don't think so. That's not a, then they from what I've seen, they're lovely people. But you don't just walk up and try and make friends with people all the time. Visit Canada? Yeah, it's on my list. I remember her going, she was never going to show her face. How times change? Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of streamers do say that as well. I say that, but I don't plan on showing my face. Not yet. Mouse has gotten a heat stroke. No. I mean, yes, but no. Not this week. I'm actually wearing a hoodie. I can just step out of my house to do that. Remember the face reveal called her Harry Potter. That's rude, but not untrue. 3 years we'll see the real mouse face. Maybe. Maybe. You never know. If you're at PAX, you'll see the real mouse face. If you see me live and in person, you'll see the real mouse face. If you're in Japan in November, you might see a real mouse face. Go the face stealer, waiting in anticipation. Well, you're going to be in for a real nasty shock that a lot of people who know me in person have referred to me as quite stunted emotionally. Like my visual showing off of emotion is quite stunted. Well, not stunted, but reserved. Maybe stunted. Just checking, getting a picture of Trico to see how badly I've done. Oh my god. Horrific. I mean, the shape is nearly correct. Hey, Glenn, how you doing? PAX, bookie, trippy to Aussieland. Yeah, you could find me. And also plenty of good reasons to go to PAX, right? Mine is definitely more sinister. That's for sure. I'm going to try and sleep. Y'all have a good time. Get some sleep, Loki. Lovely to catch you. Please take care of yourself. And it's lovely to catch you again. Don't perish in the night. Jesus. I mean, yeah, please don't do that. It's not even recognizable. No, it's got like vague similarities, but if anything, it's like if a Ditto with no brain power tried to create a Trico. Joke's on you. I get all knowledge about people's emotion from their voices, hence why I don't mind VTubers. That makes sense. I think a lot of my emotion comes through in my voice, sometimes. Hey, glad to hear you're doing good, Glenn. Goes to PAX to start the second Great Emu War. I mean, you could do that. I don't know if Melbourne's quite well known for emus. But then again, I've only been to Melbourne once, and I was there for work, and I was very overstimulated because of it. It's too much for me usually. Yet. Bring your own emus? I mean, you could. That would work. This creepy little dude. Creepy little not Trico. They will be they will be known for emus soon. Yes, they will be. Melbourne, home of the emu. New home of the emu. Welcome to Melbourne, the new home of the emu. We didn't have emus before. Now we have too many. They are our second largest demographic. And our third highest voting population. Don't know what that means, but sure they would be allowed to vote if there were enough of them in the city, paying tax and such. But yeah, I'm keen to go to Melbourne for, like, I guess it's a holiday. It's so weird. It's like I'm almost apprehensive to refer to it as a holiday purely because I'm doing grey mouse work. I'll be grey mouse there, as opposed to, you know, myself, like fully just myself. Sure, I'm going there to hang out with friends and stuff like that and meet people, but I am also, like I said, meeting people as grey mouse, which is very interesting, like exciting, of course, because it'll be my first public appearance as the mouse. But then also on top of that, it'll be my first public appearance as the mouse, so I'm like nervous about it too. Nervous but excited about it, I guess. And then I also got to eat 100 nuggets, because that was an agreement I made with Lumen and Creo, so that's gotta happen. Breaking news, Twitch streamer greymouse_inc fan, Silent Solidarity brings 1,000 emus to Alban. Motifs unknown. Oh, motives unknown. I almost find motifs unknown is almost like funnier, because it's just like the underlying artistic message unknown. As if it's like an art piece and not just a crime, probably. Is it a crime to... Oh, well, I guess it's probably a crime to smuggle emus. Even within the country. Then again, what do I know? I don't run security at the airport. Oh man, catching a flight. I did 14 flights last year. So, what's a few more, of course, but like, ugh. Do I maybe want a year where I take a break from flying? Maybe. But it's not gonna happen this year, that's for sure. It's a hindrance, not a crime per se. Ah, well in that case, it's probably alright. Just a hindrance, just a bit annoying, that's okay. You can't really like, you can't go to prison for being a bit annoying. So that's good. It's just a bit of japery, officer. Not committing any crimes, just a bit of casual, pranks, hijinks. Break from flying, get in the ocean, mouse. Oh, that's a good idea, sail. Or are you just telling me to sink? I'll sail. I'll sail to my next work meeting? Question mark? My next work thing that I have to travel for. I'd do that. Swim to PAX. Well, that wouldn't make sense, because I could cover it by land. Swim through the land, you say. The ocean is soup. You're right! The ocean is soup. I wouldn't be swimming. I'd be croutoning. Ooh, I almost dropped my pen. Such a good idea. As if I wouldn't be swimming in soup. If I were swimming in soup. You have a boogie board and a bug kite. Figure out the transportation yourself. That's true. That's just free travel, right? Trying to trick me with all these like boats and planes and trains and automobiles when all I really need is a boogie board, a kite, and a fan. We got it. We've gamed the system. I don't ever need to buy a plane ticket again, which I'd actually be happy with. I'd actually be okay with. It's not that I dislike flying, it's just that I flew so much last year. And I have a theory that people are the worst versions of themselves at an airport. Like, all the rules are out the window, other than, of course, the rules of, like, the laws of being in an airport. But even then, people are, like, the worst version of themselves in an airport, where they're just very inconsiderate and annoying and in the way. And I think I've very strongly established how much I dislike people just being in the way. It's one of those things that I dislike. It's one of those pet peeves I've got. Don't tell me to drink water, grey mouse, bot mouse. Listen to bot mouse. Thank you for redeeming hydrate. I will hydrate myself. And y'all better hydrate as well. Bot mouse said it, and now Flesh Mouse is saying it too. Ugh. Delicious. Water. Haven't heard any of you sipping on your water bottles. Hydrate. Do it. I won't continue until you're all hydrated. You hydrating? Y'all hydrating? Huh? 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 I don't see a glass of water in your hands. Drink. I do not have a grey mouse model, like, angry. Yes. Good. Good. I don't have, like, an angry grey mouse model. I need to probably do that. But that's on the list. But far down on the list, I'm sure. I need to make some more models, I think. Because I got the spooked one, I got the sad one. But I'm really I'm really sad here. I am spooked plenty of times, but really scared. To get angry. Oh, I wanna talk about the current economic state of the world. Oh, you got me going there. Oh. Buying a house in this economy. You got me started. No. Still don't have one, and I'm planning on doing a very specific model that I think I will find very funny, but other people may not find quite as funny. But that's okay, because half of these streams is just about making myself laugh. And if y'all all laugh as well, that's just kind of like an added bonus. We're on to shadows. Plans to steal the moon. Yeah, of course, because that controls the tide. And that's my greatest hindrance to traveling around without paying for anything on a boogie board, is the tide. Okay, Guru. I need, if that tide, if those waves get too high, I'm gone. I'm lost at sea. I will be joining Harold Holt in the Australian people of note who disappeared at sea. We don't need that. Get in the soup. Get in the soup. The great soup. The great soup in the ocean. Of the ocean. Fish and... Oh, that needs to be clipped. Fish and seaweed. And sand. The greatest soup flavor. Get the soup. Love how that's just become a thing. Perfect rebuttal. Get in the soup. I don't care who you are. Get in the soup. What are you doing? Not in the soup. How dare you? Okay, okay, relax. I will. Yeah, get comfy in that soup. This is not a request. Speaking of getting comfy, I might just quickly mute so that I can take my hoodie off. It's getting a little warm. And I don't want heat stroke. So I'll be right back. Let the meat fall off your bones in the soup. Delicious marinade. I'm back. If my continued talking hadn't illustrated that, I am back. Hello. This is not Bot Mouse. This is Grey Mouse. Me. The real deal. Just fill that all in with shadow. I'm feeling lazy. Feeling a little lazy. And by lazy, I mean it just doesn't matter. Where I put that shadow, it's gonna be occluded anyway. I don't know why, but I love doing the little details. These bits I shouldn't be doing first, because I should really be focusing on the bigger features like his face and stuff. But I'm just like, I'll do the face eventually. It's fine. It'll happen. The order of things, like the order of operations, is not that important when it truly comes down to it. Which is the great thing about this. Just try and make it look nice and smooth, and then that's all I need to really worry about. That one doesn't need it because it's not actually being too heavily covered by the backpack strap. Stir, 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 stir gently in the soup, merrily, 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 if wish was but a broth. Oh, live with wish, live, wish but a broth. Correct. I think. Then again, I can't really rebut it because I do not understand. Oh, life is but a broth. Now I understand. Oh, because it's stir, 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 gently, gently in the soup. Merrily, 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 live wish but a broth. Life is but a broth. Yeah, now I understand. Don't know the nursery rhyme, row, row, row your boat. I know stir your broth. I don't know that one. This one that you're telling me about. Maybe it was either after my time or before my time. This wasn't my time. Sorry. Doesn't ring a bell. Yeah, stir the broth is much more appealing. Yeah, because you get a soup out of it. Do you get a boat out of the other rosery mime? Nursery rhyme? No. Because you can't sing the stir your broth nursery rhyme without, at some point, stirring some broth for your kid. So they get some broth out of it. It's great. It's a good deal. Just gonna fill all that in. Because it's... doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter. Yeah. The Grey Mouse way. The Grey Mouse method. Be lazy. So, yeah, that's maybe okay. That one's worse. That's better. Beautiful. But then also curve the sides so that actually it looks like it's got, you know, depth. Depth. Swinging my hands about as if any of you can see that. Trying to explain things visually using my hands that are not visible. Do I feel like being productive and doing the thing? I mean, how procrastinating do you feel that you don't even want to do the think? Oi! Don't lick me. Oi! I've not been in the soup today. I just taste like grey mouse musk. And sweat. A lot of fucking sweat. Get your fucking tongue off me, you bastard. Again, this is why I need an angry model. A model filled with anger. When you lot overstep the bounds. Again, I'm pointing at you as if you're here. Oi! Oi! Get your salty. Nah! I am a little salty, yeah. If I were to be described as any kind of texture, it certainly would be salty. Any kind of spice, it would be salt. If he were a spice, he'd be flour. That looks weird. It's just not a good shadow for that. It just doesn't make sense, you know? This is a shadow. Do I actually, yeah, do I have to actually roll it around the entire pant leg? That is a little better. I will admit. I mean, it does track. You know how, like, because you exist and perpetuate in your own body, you don't really know what you smell like unless you really stink? Or you have a very specific kind of soap? A lot of the time I don't know what I smell like. I don't sniff myself enough, I guess. I do wash regularly, as a starting point, but I don't know. Yes. I don't know if I have a scent. Or I probably do have a scent, but I don't know what it is. I can't place it. Like, sure, I could go, oh, that's Odor de Grey Mouse. Scent du la Caramus. But beyond that, I don't know. Goblin Sucker isn't helping brain think. Probably not, no. The Goblin Sucker will do that. Or how do your apartment house smell unless you've been gone for a long time? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because you habituate to it. Habituate to that, like, environment. And I guess since you live in your body 24/7, you probably wouldn't be able to tell, that scent, I guess. No one tells me I stink, so I assume I don't stink, at the very least. I probably smell like old BC. I live in your great grandma's house. Oh, okay. Getting that old smell out takes time. Yes, it does. Cheese flavor. Stop licking me. I don't taste like cheese. My body does not smell or taste like cheese. Stop licking me. Closest thing you'll get to a cheese. I don't even want to say that, actually. I'm gonna leave that. BC's because, oh, I'm stupid. Apologies. That makes perfect sense now. My brain going back on that conversation. Ah, I understand now. That is how words work. Gray almost said something sus, yeah. Yeah. Would I say it? Probably. Am I gonna say it? No. If I have an opportunity to save myself, I'm gonna take it. Gonna take that minute moment of maybe I'm gonna actually be able to get away with not saying something fucked up. Or slightly cursed. I'm gonna take that opportunity. That opportunity that the gods have presented me with. Hey, are you sure about saying that? Maybe don't. You're right. I'm going to avoid saying that. You only get a few opportunities like that. So you should really treasure them. Yeah. I've had moments where like in the real world I've presented myself as, the person I am, doing, like, living my life and all that jazz. And, my first impression is very different from, the impression that I give a lot of you in a space where I am kind of comfortable and I am the denizen of, this is my stream. A lot of what I say is for entertainment value, so a lot of my humor is exaggerated in certain, like, respects. But then anytime my actual humor shines through at either work or outside of, streaming and things like that, people are often quite shocked. Not that just because a lot of the shit I say is very random and weird, one would argue. Humor? Question mark. Yeah, fair. You know what? You got me there. But I've had, like, situations where I work with much older people who have gotten a measure of me, and then, at a night out for work and stuff, I've said something or I made a joke that's more in line with my normal humor, and they've been like, I thought you were, like, a really sweet young man, Grey Mouse. And I'm just like, no, I'm sorry I deceived you. My existence is worse than that. I am a terrible being. Humor, hardly know a good one. Very nice. Oh, brush size. Is that all of Ratchet Shadows? It looks like it. Yippee! Yippo. So cute. I'm really glad that I've started to really, like, narrow down Ratchet's visual appearance, because it wasn't very consistent when I started, but it's slowly become very consistent, which feels really good. Like, that feels really rewarding. We're doing details now. It's a nice feeling to be able to be like, oh yeah, I draw Ratchet and he looks like the Ratchet in the previous panel now. Looks more like Ratchet in the previous panel. Oop, something just fell off my loop deck. Little piece of plastic. Pieces of my loop deck seem to be falling off. Not that it's falling apart, I think it's just that one little piece broke. Because I do have my loop deck on a very precarious, like, spot. And it's just so I can handle it while I'm drawing. It's kind of like propped up on my drawing tablet in a way. Yeah, it needs a bit of curve, like that. Just a bit of a blob. Just as a little bit of, like, not texture, but like little bit of shaping on his face. Gonna go do the thing for like 30 minutes. Yeah, good luck. Good luck, Silent. Give it your all. Don't give up. Be strong. And you will succeed. I am sure. You got this. You're fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be better than fine. You're gonna be great. You're gonna do it and you're gonna be like, whoa, that was like super easy. I can't believe I was worried. Magic wand. Grab that again. Ratchet's eye color. Make it a bit darker. Just doing the whole shebang. I fill in the ear. Make it a little bit more opaque at the tip. Then put his little lines in. Perfection. Then everything else is just slightly lighter and more saturated version of the color that I'm using. That's pretty much how I do highlights. It's not complicated. And it doesn't need to be complicated, really. How does that look? I'm not okay with it. Gonna get rid of it. Did I do any? Yeah, I did some stuff with his hair. Here and there. Just a few little highlights. I don't know, sometimes hair highlights are just... Sometimes, some days I just don't feel like it. Like I don't feel compelled to add highlights to the hair. But it's probably important. It's probably good. It's likely a good thing. Maybe I should just make a brush that does hair highlights. Maybe I would like that more than having to draw them myself. Because I always feel like I'm just not doing it in a way that makes me happy, that inspires joy.
then I can actually just do that. It's going to require a little bit of filling in because the lines will be it's a bit faint, but it's still going to just fill in those lines, that threshold, that fill-in threshold, which I hate, by the way. The fact that there's this little faint, almost hairline thick kind of line. It's barely visible, but I can see it. I see it. And that shits me. I don't like it. It's the tiniest little separation, but I can see it. I can see it with my brain. And so it bothers me. It's like a little hair in my brain, on the inside of my brain. It makes me angry. This might look like the Gojo scene from Jujutsu Kaisen, where he's like, I alone am the enlightened one, or whatever. It's just Ratchet jumping in the air. It's not that deep. Ooh, just fill that in ever so slightly. I should also be kind of prioritizing light pointing closer, like more upwards, just so that, because he's jumping up into the air, so the sky is right in his face. So if I prioritize light like here, and here, and here, that's probably pretty good. It's a little bit, yeah. What a sweet little bean. And then I also need his pants, like, stripes. Just roll it around like that. Just gonna make it smaller just until I get away from the finer detailed spaces. And then from here, we draw the pants. The pants. Oh, that's, actually, that's not terrible. As like the lining of it is gonna be weird. Oh. And ooh, how am I feeling about that? It should really, like, it should roll outwards at all times with Ratchet's pants. Like, they should always roll outwards and not inverse, really. Should never really roll back in on itself. Because that's not normal for pants. Y'all following what I'm saying? Am I following what I'm saying? I do not know. Pants, guys, they don't roll inwards, right? Just, it's not even art jargon, it's just gibberish that I'm trying to sell as art jargon. It's like I'll do like a talk at a con, and it'll be like art talk with Greymass, and it'll be a hour-long podcast where I just talk about something completely unrelated to art, like illustration art or anything like that. Like, it's completely unrelated. I'm just talking about Warhammer or something like that for an entire hour. And then I tell people if they didn't understand the art in it, then they didn't understand my talk at all. I feel like that's gaslighting. It's mostly just gaslighting. I would just gaslight an audience for an hour. So yeah, coming soon. Greymass Talks. Okay, next thing. I need light, and then I also still need the soft shadows. So let's get those done. I'll make soft shadows just above the shadows. But then with that with that said, less compelled, just because I realized that that would also mean that these shadows would get darker once the soft shadows had been added over the top. And I don't want that. I want the soft shadows to be just a subtle addition. They can't be that subtle if they're just being shoved in, or if they're affecting something else quite significantly. And then we fill in everything. And we try and do it quite thoroughly. Oh, did I hit a line? I didn't. Or maybe I did. I did! There we go, back. We're good. Okay, have I missed anything? Yes, plenty of things, but anything that I could just fill in quickly now. And there we go. And now we got a grey ratchet. Perfect. Exactly what we want. We want him to look like me, Greymass. He's perfect. Perfect in every way. Put the shadows back in so we can kind of be guided by them. Adding the details as well, just because why not? But then we just erase. How opaque is it? It's a little opaque, cool. So the sun is, he is pretty much looking into the sun right now. So pretty much a good portion of him will still be illuminated. We just want those little bits to be shaded just a bit. We just want a little bit of soft shadow. for this one specifically. And when we get around to the actual panel, we will also want to kind of make sure that the light lines kind of leak downwards, like directly downwards, which should be an interesting, not a challenge, but should be an interesting look at the very least. And there we go. What a sweet bean. His name is Ratchet. Just typing in his name for the guide. Not guide, the folder. There we go. And we just pop him in there and make sure that he's at the top of the second folder, because he's kind of important. And now we're back to the draft, because we're done here. We're done with little Ratchet. And now we're going to draw the draft layer behind him. Which really, I mean, I keep saying it shouldn't take that long. We don't know that for certain. I don't know what I'm talking about, you know? Gonna throw Ratchet on top of it though. Because that will kind of inform how lazy I am about this layer. Oh, this is going to be confusing for me. Can't wait. Oh. Lines feel a bit thick. That's okay. That one's okay. There we go. I can be kind of like, sort of lazy. Well, not lazy, but like cut corners with this layer, because anything drawn beneath Ratchet won't show up at all in this layer. So as long as I kind of accurately or adequately convey space here, then I should be okay. Feels very weird to draw it like this, but it's kind of cool too. Always so conscious of like making sure that lines don't overlap, but there is a certain kind of amount of leeway that I've been given with the Ratchet being in front, which I'm very unused to. Because like these lines can't overlap and shouldn't overlap, but the ones behind Ratchet absolutely can. Like that. Does that look like it's going up? No, absolutely not. Oof, what an angle. What a thing I've done to myself. Actually making myself draw in an upwards, draw an upwards angle. It's so weird because as things get further away, they get smaller. But with this, it's like they have to kind of get smaller and then larger again. It's so weird. It's a cool exercise, of course, but oof. But then also they can't get too wide. You kind of also need to be able to see the bottom of it too, because if it bends beneath him, then it just looks like it's growing out of his butt, which we don't want. Because, yeah, it's like that. And then we give it layers and dimension by spreading out its little feetsies, or its roots, I guess, if you want to be technical. And then you set the implication of roots, like that. It's weird. This is a weird layer, but I wanted to do it, and I have done it, so it's happening. Can't see this because there'll be a speech bubble there. Doesn't matter, gonna draw it anyway. To the very least, try. And you use it as an opportunity to grow, you know? Even if it ends up looking a bit off or squiffy, it's okay. Because you grew from it. You learned. And by you, I mean me. And it's one of the things that's made my art journey so successful, I think, is that I've never been worried about fucking up. Because if I do, as long as I learn, I did good. As long as I learned, I gained from it. I also don't mind being bad at stuff. I think being bad at stuff is the first step towards being good at it, or being better at it. Being slightly less shit at it, I guess. And there was a period in my life where I was just really enjoying being shit at stuff, because I knew I was going to get good at it, and then as a result I got really good. After a certain point I was just really good at a lot of different things. And people were like, whoa, you're really good at, all these things. I'm like, yeah, it's because I was shit at them before. Which is kind of cool. How'd you get good at this? I got good at it because I was shit at it, and then I was happy to be shit at it. And I enjoyed being shit at it because I was learning. You know? It's a great thing. It's a great thing being shit at stuff. It's a really great opportunity. I think you should all give it a go. Try being shit at something. If there's something you're curious about doing, but you haven't done it because you've been too afraid that you were going to be bad at it, today's the day. Today's the sign. This is the sign. Be shit at something. Go and be shit at something. And then realize it's not as bad as you thought it was going to be shit at this thing. And then boom. Next thing you know, you've been doing it for months. And then you're good at it too. You never drawn a bush from above? Give it a go. Looks like a big old guinea pig. Just a lumpy mess of a guinea pig. Nice. And I'm doing this because I always feel like I can add more to a scene. I don't need to, but I always feel like I can. I don't think those are necessary. I don't like their composition. Do I risk adding another tree? Perhaps. I mean, I feel like I'm making good time as well. That feels sort of all over the place, though. I say that I feel like I'm making good time, but that panel, now with that added tree, feels a little squiff. That being said, I actually feel like I can fix it quite easily. One part is removing this tree, because yuck. Yuck. But the other part is just because I can alter its perspective. Way. Perspective change. Whoop. Oh, yeah, actually I can do that. I can get away with that. No one can stop me either. It's a weird, suspicious laugh. From me. That's pretty good. Yeah. Because, yeah, it's just about perspective, and if the perspective is wrong, guess what? You can alter it in Clip Studio Paint. Or Procreate, if you're using Procreate. So you actually don't have to completely learn perspective. Because you can cheat. Just like that. It's going to be a little fiddly, because I disliked all of that. Because this actually now needs altering. Because it's the right perspective, the wrong angle. Because it looks weird. I was just talking so much love about cheating and altering the perspective. Now you scam me? So I actually feel like I pretty much have just free real estate to shift backwards and fill out this panel. Thus being lazy, but then also doing something right. Man, that's the best. An undeserved win, am I right, gang? Just being like, oh yeah, nice, as if like I'm some sort of villain. Just cheating the system that I have made and set up. Yeah, that's good. How's that? Trying to be as zoomed out as possible for this bit, so that I can, at the very least, comprehend it. Staring at this image that I have drawn myself. I'm like, I don't understand. I drew this months ago. Maybe not months ago. A month ago, maybe. It was a while. And I'm just like, I don't understand. This could be another language for all I know. I made it. Maybe in a stupor. Maybe I was a different person then. All I know is I'm not the same person now. But what I do know, more so than all of the shit I'm rambling, is that I can actually move on to colors now. Because somehow, with the rambling and the crazy, I have managed to finish the line work. Because it's, at the end of the day, it is not complicated. This line work was never meant to be complicated. Why is that the way that it is? See? Perfect. It truly wasn't that hard. That's what she said. I don't know why I said that. Apologize profusely. Gang. I can only apologize. Oh, there's a tree. Nice. I can fill space with tree. And the tree space will be filled with flowers. And these flowers will actually go behind Ratchet, so I actually don't need to worry about them overlapping. Wow. Just getting weirdly excited about stupid little superfluous shit. Oh, and I get to work from home tomorrow. Yeah! It's just days all full of wins. And I start personal training. Whoa, I don't know. That is actually cool though. Got a call from the PT at my gym. She was just like, hey, oh, also, just as like a bit of a background thing, I was one of the top 5 most consistent people at the, like, consistent members of the gym for the previous month. So when she called me, she was like, congrats, you were like super consistent. That's really impressive for someone who doesn't have like who wasn't going to a gym before this gym and stuff like that. You're really consistent, so that's really impressive. And I was like, thank you. It's like, you thought about personal training? I'm like, I actually intended to call you because I do want to be trained personally. I would like to be personally trained. So yeah. So I'm gonna be by packs swole. Gonna be huge. Giant mouse underscore swole. Underscore stinky. More like, right? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just rambling. Does that feel right? I think one of the big things is because it doesn't have shadows, it feels so weird. I also feel like that back tree could do with some more perspective warping as well. Just because it's just like so freaking weird. Perspective. Ugh, and when I said perspective warping, I didn't mean this. Terrible. Ugh. Just gonna move it. Yeah, just move it. Move it and add a bottom. Maybe a bit of perspective. Warping. Just so then the bottom is beneath Ratchet's hand, so then I don't have to draw anything. Yay! Don't we love it? We love being lazy. Playing smarter, not harder. I may need to draw in a line for the road, but I would sooner do that happily than redraw the tree line, I think. If I'm being honest. Just to make the perspective fit, that feels like it would be work that I'm not eager to do. I'm training myself to be lazy. Or maybe not. I may end up just doing more work. But maybe I don't want to do more work with my brain. A dangerous, dangerous beast. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Few little things that I would fix. Or would like to fix. Like that, just changing the line on it. Yeah, cool. It's gonna take a while to convince me, I think, but that's actually not terrible. It does look good. And I can add in a bunch of stuff as I go. Ooh. One thing being shadows, of course. This is gonna be maybe a bit complicated. But I want the ground to be occluded in shadow. I will erase away bits that I actually want to be illuminated, but for the most part, the ground definitely needs to be hit with shadow. Okay, and then we just draw or erase in a few not shadows. The opposite of shadows, light. Like so. That actually turned out really good. Like, way better than I thought it was going to. Which is always a nice, pleasant surprise. When you fully expect something to go badly, or not badly, but, you know, you expect something to need a bit of work before it's good. And then it turns out to just be good. Awesome. The best feeling ever. Okay, this is going to be a little complicated. Because I do want the shadows to kind of work in a way so it makes it look like the shadows go down. But it's a lot. It's going to be a lot to do anyway, so we'll just do the best we can. Gonna leave that there for now. How does that look? Feel like I am learning. Maybe. Maybe my brain is clicking. We'll see. Yeah, that looks good. Convincing myself now. Just staring at the trees and I'm like, does that actually convey the perspective that I'm looking for it to convey? And short answer is yes. Is it as good as I would hope? Maybe not. But it also will get time to get work, so that's okay. Still not done an amazing job filling in the colours. I did all those really quickly. So better to go back through and clean it up just a little bit. That's likely okay. I do like the colour though. The colour is quite cool. Like the colour composition that has turned out from this is quite cool. Okay, so I think this is where a lot of that like shape, like this is the best opportunity I'll get to kind of implement that shape that kind of leads the perspective. As long as I do it properly, which we'll see. But with the tree details, it should look like it's going down the tree. And I guess with perspective, or the thing with perspective is it's got to start small, then go big. Or it's got to get smaller the further away it is, really. Well, that's perspective 101, right? Not really. But it is important about perspective. So I should try and keep that in mind. And I also got to think, what would something look like from the top down? Because, like, yeah, certain number of these patterns kind of roll over the top. So imagining if it were a three-dimensional shape, how would that look? How on earth would that look? Some of these pieces like wrap along the side and stuff like that. There we go. Then I do have darker texture, like sketches to put into. And I also love that, like, I'm doing this now, but a lot of it will be covered up by flowers as well. It's part of the job, you know, the thankless task, you know, of adding in so much details. You know, self-imposed thankless task of adding in so many details is that sometimes they will just be drowned out by other details. Returns covered in presumably blood. I did the thing. Hey, congrats on doing the thing, as long as it wasn't murder, because that's something we don't, for legal reasons, condone. Was it worse or better than you thought it was going to be? As in, like, doing it, was it worse than you expected, better than you expected, about the same as you expected? Was it fine, or was it, like, terrible? Let me know. Let me know the details. Unless it's murder. The less I know, the better. Again, the less I know, the better. Okay. Ooh. Now, do I want... I do want flowers. I want flowers for this bit. But I do feel as though I will want to add, or will be adding, in extra details as I go. But we've got about 20 minutes in this stream left, so we will figure that out for next time. Which is tomorrow, of course, but yeah. You were getting murdered, and it was about the same of what you were expecting, just low energy. Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's chill. And then foliage. Grey Mouse's foliage brush. That's because that's got weight in it. It's a bit boring. Color-wise, it's pretty boring for a flower. Pupil-wise, it's great. You get moments where you just get itchy, like really like painfully itchy just behind the ear or something like that. I feel like I get that a lot. Oh, that's too big. Could probably just erase some of these once I do the lines. It's the ghosts of the bugs I've killed. Oh, the itch. Probably, yeah. I killed a lot of bugs. I killed a lot of bugs in my lifetime. Probably less than most people though, because I don't like killing anything, not even insects. I don't really like killing insects and stuff. I usually do the cup, like, catch and release method. If you just put some aloe behind your ear, it should disappear. I mean, that makes sense. But then I'll forget that I have the aloe behind my ear, and I'll be like, why is my ear wet and sticky? What have I been doing? What weird shit have I been doing? Has there been someone breathing behind my neck all this time? That's what I'll think. I actually had one morning, I woke up early to go to the gym, and I opened my bedroom door, and there was just a shadow. It was literally just a shadow. But it was vaguely human shaped, and I jumped. I was like my brain was like, someone's broken into the house, and I like jumped back. Didn't injure myself, but like I was really freaked out, and then I was just like, that was stupid. That was a really stupid reaction to what was not even like a coat or anything like that. It was just a shadow on the back wall. That does actually look really beautiful. And it's gonna look freaking amazing when it's done. It's gonna look so freaking cool. I can't wait. Don't put a big glorp on it then. I mean, yeah, I mean, yes, I get that. That makes perfect sense. Yes. Don't put just a big glob on it. But what if it's really itchy? Then big glob? Big glorbo? How can I know how much to use if I don't use a lot of it first? If I don't start with a fuck ton. A metric or imperial fuck ton. Hey, Creo! I was talking about you earlier. on the stream. How are you? How you doing? I see that you are doing the bloody long walk for Maito this year. Good on you. Amazing, amazing work. Keep it up. Oh, hey, mod. Yes, it's Cryo. It's our mod, Creo. Get a Q-tip and a small dollop and put that on and slowly add more after rubbing the previous one in. Oh, that makes sense. Knowing me though, I'm just gonna autopilot and that Q-tip's going right in my ear hole. I sure am. Yeah! Nice. I did it last year and I'll be doing it this year as well. But in Adelaide, the bloody long walk is in October. You get in the soup. Get in the soup. Get in the soup, Creo. Warm up those muscles for walking. Warm up them walk-in muscles. Yeah. Get in the soup. Get in the walk-in soup. Walk-in soup. It's the soup, but it's got like a little door that you can open up, like a walk-in bath. Oh yeah, as long as you get in the soup, yeah. May I add leek to the soup? Yes, but it better not be. It better be the vegetable, not piss. I swear to the gods. Creo, if you add piss to my soup, I will be very disappointed. But yeah, I think October's going to be a big month for me because I will be going to PAX first. Soup sauna, yeah! I'll be going to PAX in October. I will be doing the bloody long walk again because I really enjoyed it last year. I mean, fuck, it hurt like hell by the end of it and I was sore for ages. But it was awesome. Really good cause. Really worth it. Then, yeah, going to PAX. And then I'm going to Japan in November. Soup sauna, split pea soup. With an emphasis on the pea. The soup demands you. Yes, the soup is it is eldritch soup and it craves souls. I'll make a little animation for it. So whenever we get a new follower, instead of the PAX and 100 nugs, yes, that's true. I'm going to be dirty bulking at PAX. So I'll be so prepared for the bloody long walk. He just slapped my hand on the table and then went, just clicked my finger. Yeah. It's going to be a big month. Big month. Big month. But I'm very excited for it too. I can't wait. First ever PAX, first ever time eating 100 nuggets. It's gonna be a month of firsts. Oh, and first time in Japan as well. Sal and you are a walking team. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, that's a good team. Sal can, from what I've seen of Sal's gym updates, she can run like 30 minutes without taking a break. So yeah, you're gonna get it done in like 3 hours. 35k in like 3 hours, easy for that team. The Stumble Chums. Yeah, what a name. That's killer. That's a good name. But you're writing the names of everyone who donates on the walk. Hey, nice. That's good. That's a nice way of kind of incentivizing donations. I didn't really collect donations last year, and I wish I had, but I probably will this year. 100 nugs is child's play as long as you have a lot of sauce and a lot of drink. I think we will. I hope so. We're not crazy, are we, Creo? We're gonna have drink and sauce. We did calculate the amount of sauce as well, because just as, you know, just to let you know, Silent, it's 100 nugs each. We're not all, like, it's not 100 nugs divided between the three of us. It'll be 100 nugs each. like writing the names on the shirt. Yeah, I thought so. And that's a really nice thing to do. Like, genuinely a really nice thing to do. It's a nice incentive. It's not too big, but it also is, it's appropriate. It's appropriately sized of an incentive, I think. And I was contemplating doing a cryo merch giveaway. Oh, that'd be awesome. I don't know why I said it like that. That would be awesome. Yeah, I like it. That's some really good fundraising ideas. Yeah, you can smash it. You can smash it all out. Uh, oh, I know. Oh, wait, hold on. Sal and Lumen have perfected the homemade Macca's sweet and sour sauce. Ooh, good. Good, 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 good. Love to hear that. Uh, 300 Nugs Collective, like a hat and a water bottle. Yeah, that's like the what you get for raising like 300 or something along those lines. You'll know better than me, but an amount of money. That's too big of a flower for that size, that spot. Yeah. I remember that because like when we started, I did the walk with a bunch of coworkers and stuff, and we were just like, did you do the donation like amount? And they were like, yep. And I was like, oh, I didn't. And they were like, oh, right, yeah. I think one of the drawbacks of achieving the donation is that you then get a hat and water bottle on the day, and then you just have to kind of carry it back. Like carry it 35 k's. It's just an additional weight just added to you. And in my head, I was like, that does not seem worth it to me. I am going to be dying anyway. So I don't want this. But we had to make the goal 1400. Yeah, right. As a team, Sal and you have raised 330. Yeah, which is awesome. That's like incredible work. Nice work, gang. But then you two were gonna raise a ton of money. You're gonna win that. You're gonna win that race, that fun run, not fun run, fun walk. But we got some time left still. Yeah, when is the Melbourne bloody long walk? Because I think the Queensland and Adelaide, or Brisbane and Adelaide bloody long walks are like a week apart. But from what I've seen here, it's it's ages away from the Melbourne one. I got a 2 liter water pouch backpack. Yeah, nice. I have one of those as well. That was really useful for the bloody long walk. Gives Mouse a 5 pound solid ice backpack. Stay cool, champ. I mean, I would take it. My back is maybe the sweatiest part of me on a good day. So, I'll take it. I'm a sweaty mouse. I get sweaty. But that's also because it's summer. The height of summer. And I take a ton of creatine. It has to leave my system somehow. Oh, by the way, Creo, my gym has like a monthly member like appreciation like post, and it reveals who's been like the top 5 people who have been at the gym consistently over the previous month. I was in the top 5, baby. I was in the top 5. Looked at the top 5. Number 4, Gramoose. Me. I've been going to the gym almost every single day. You should see how muscular I am. Your hands get sweaty. That's fair. My hands get super sweaty too, especially if I'm holding a controller. But if you'd like the link for the donos, you can send it to me. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I will send word out as well because I want you to be supported, and I would be more than happy to do a bit of a dono as well and support you because you're doing a great thing, and I'm always more than happy to donate to a good cause, the Creo and Sal walking cause. I mean, it's for Mito, but mostly for Sal and Creo. Hell yeah, dude. Were you number 5? No, I was number 4, baby. I'm gonna get some. Are you gonna get some progress pics? I will. I would be happy to do that if I had a mirror. If I had a mirror that wasn't like tiny. My apartment does not have a single mirror, so I'm actually gonna need to get a floor-length mirror before I start posting progress pics. I'll need you to use your imagination for where I started. I was a skinny little dweeb. Now, I look like Sam Sulek now. It's like gonna look nothing like Sam Sulek, not even close. Just fill these in. Fill in that space. Look at that. Oof. Stairs through costume. 4-pack. Yes. You're a gentleman and a scholar. I've broken a lot of mirrors. Gym mirror. You're not allowed to take pictures in my gym, so I can't do that. I'm still at, even though I've been very consistent, I'm still at that stage where I'm nervous to do anything, dubious, or not against the rules, but like slightly dubious about the rules. So maybe one day, but we'll see. I think actually because I'm also starting PT this week, they might be taking progress pictures of me, so I might actually just send them to you afterwards. Because I've been going for 7 weeks now, give or take. So fairly and almost every single day for 7 weeks. A guy at the gym said I remind him of Sam Sulek. Oh, that's the biggest praise you can possibly get at a gym. That and looking big, king. Because I'm strong and your hair is long. Yeah, nice. That's fair enough. I want to see. So when I see you in person, I compare also. That makes sense. Yeah, I will get the progress pic this week or sometime soon this week. Send it your way, and then you'll get to see me. Because October, it's March. So you'll get to see some pretty sick progress. Show up to PAX, ready to eat 100 nuggies. I'm just going to be swole as fuck. Become the Hulk mouse. I don't want to become too... that's definitely not my plan. I don't want to be too big. I do want to be fit enough that I can actually do like free weights and RDLs more regularly. But the bigger thing is that I just wanted to improve my quality of life. I want to be able to run, like, not 30Ks, but for 30 minutes. Like, I want to be at what Sal's at, at some point. I want to be able to run for 30 minutes without having to stop. I want to be able to run maybe like 10Ks fairly consistently. That would be awesome. Kind of like some of the visual stuff would be cool, like the muscles and the definition, but I'm gonna spend this winter bulking. Like, it'll be the first time I ever do an actual not exercise, but fitness kind of thing where I'm actually gonna bulk. Eat a lot of, like, get that calorie intake up and stuff like that, because I'm quite skinny, so I'd rather be a little bit bigger to fill in that space, because I've also got quite broad shoulders. Oh, you buff. Yeah. I am solidly built fellow with surprising strength. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, you look strong, but then you're, like, 3 or 4 times stronger than what people expect you to be strength-wise. And that's where it becomes surprising. I can 5 minutes full sprint no matter what. That's pretty good. That's pretty impressive, yeah. And still cutting, you're under 100 kilograms now. You hit 97, but I'm floating around. Nice. That's really impressive, yeah. Which is funny for you. Yeah, it's like you, like, you know, I'll gas you up if if I can. You're like, you look strong. You definitely look like a strong being. But then you're like stronger on top of that, which is so, yeah, hilarious because it's just like, people are just like, well, you're probably pretty strong. And then you just like, "Bruh, I just lifted a car." And people are just like, what? Which I do, I love the mental image of that. Is that you go into a gym and you're like, I'm stronger than I look. And then people are like, you look pretty strong. And then you just like lift a whole weight machine, and then they're just like, ah, Jesus. Who are you? Sorry. Oh, this is the wrong layer. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Much better. I honestly should go gym. I'm a giant pencil-armed human. That's fair enough. Like, yeah, if that's something you want to do, this is a really great community for you to be a part of because we love talking gym. Like, genuinely, we love talking gym. And we're all really keen to be healthier and stuff like that, which is such a nice thing. Um, I can lift most of a car. I mean, that's fucking impressive. Yeah. Like, no joke, that's fucking impressive. Can can lift most of a car. I could probably lift a glove box. Cryo lifts the gym. I mean, that's Cryo's end goal, isn't it? Cryo? Get a way in, am I right? No. But yeah, as I was saying, like, prior to going to the gym, I was at a point where I was actually quite significantly weaker than I'd been in a very long time because my full-time work is sitting at a desk, and this work that I do here is I'm sitting at a desk, you know. So I didn't do a lot of that physical activity, so my body was just slowly deteriorating because I wasn't taking care of myself. And then went to the gym, and even like just the minute quality of life stuff was so heavily improved, which was so fantastic and just such a big achievement. You know, it just really helped. It makes your life just feel it really helped not only my physical health but my mental health as well, which was so big. I got strong, flexible legs though. Genetics, baby. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Love that. It's a good start, you know. If you got them good genetics, you're gonna win. Don't want abs. I want arms bigger than most people's heads. That's a pretty good goal. I kind of want abs, but I don't really mind too much if I don't get anything beyond the top two. Your personality lifts the gym. That is undeniable. That is so true that there's no point in even trying to fight that. What is that top layer? Nothing. Okay, well, it's going to be lights. Oh yeah, same. My legs are a powerhouse. Nice. I am not sure. I mean, I definitely can lift more with my legs than with my arms. That's not surprising, of course, because that's kind of how it works. But I'm currently, oh, ad coming up. So my current leg press amount is 80, so I can leg press about 80 kilograms easily, which feels big. I spend 2 to 3 hours at the gym, and one of them is talking to people. Yeah, that's my Creo. That's the Creo. That's the Creo we know and love. No, that's like if you've got a good like camaraderie with the people at the gym, that's excellent, and that makes the experience so much more enjoyable as well. If I'm barefoot in a dirt area, I can flip a smart card that's more so physics than strength, though. That's still pretty cool. Don't want to sell yourself short. That's pretty cool. Can kick flip a smart car. That's kind of rad. That's pretty cool. That's pretty, like, you know, you've impressed me. 80 kilograms is great. Ayy. This is bragging, but not meant to not meant to outshine you. I was writing it before I mentioned leg press. But, yeah, please. No, like, it's not going to be bragging. I want to hear how good you is. How good you is. Tell me. Tell the moose. Can leg press 660 for one. That's so cool. That's awesome. That is so impressive. I love it. Congrats. You must be very proud. You must be very proud. It sounds like that's awesome. I definitely feel like I want to add more to this panel. Just a little bit more like clutter and stuff. But that'll be for next time, which will be tomorrow, of course, but like that will be for next time. Yeah. No, that is so cool. 660. That's so cool. That's crazy. Like, that's so cool. I actually need to put light in this point. Oh, I don't think I need to. Ratchet looks bright enough. Those aren't freedom units, so I don't understand. Put in eagle per gun measurements, but congrats. Yeah, it's like 8 million or something like that in freedom units. I don't know. Cryo will be more able to convert it, I think. Hey, Smiley! Testing out my new dancing emotes. Thank you so much. What do you think? What do you think? I'm very happy with them. Those are all hand animated too. So I drew them and animated them frame by frame. Will you give me a moment? Smiley has appeared. Welcome, Smiley. Now, before I do anything preliminary checks on this panel, am I missing anything? I know I'm going to add stuff later, but that'll be for tomorrow. Silent and Creo, yeah. How you doing, Smiley? I hope you are well. Because I forgot to do light on Ratchet. 1,455 pounds for one. It's incredible. Dancing. Get in the soup. Get in the soup. I can't have like a stream animation that goes get in the soup every time someone just appears, like someone appears in chat. That would be too much. So I'm gonna make it for a new follower. We get like a little animation which is just get in the soup. Emotes are great. Just ended at work, so you're making your way home. Nice, nice, nice. Hoping work wasn't too busy or too complicated. My work day was a bit scuffed, honestly. But otherwise pretty okay. I had a situation at work where basically one of my coworkers didn't do their job properly, and as a result it heavily affected my job. Basically, if they don't do their job properly, it makes my job like twice as hard, and I have to spend like twice as long fixing it. So it was just like, ugh, just a pain in the ass to have to deal with that. Love the dancing. It's so cute, and I'm really new to like the line, like the frame by frame animation stuff, and I've always wanted to do it, but I always found it quite difficult. So the fact that especially the the Grey Mouse like dancing one turned out so smooth I'm so happy with. The way he just grooves, and it was accidental, but the way that it kind of looks like he's dancing like the Rick Astley, um, the Rick Astley dance is a little bit funny to me. But yeah, I'm just, yeah, so happy with how that turned out. And I'm currently working on a new animation, which won't be an emote, but it's going to be better than that, because it's going to be just a comic-based post. So way better. But I'm keen to do that as well. Let's zoom out, yeah, that's a pretty productive stream, look at that. That's a happy little ratchet. Yeah. I mean, they're pretty close, like, and that was accidental too. I wasn't using Rick Astley as a reference, but somehow they turned out very similar. Like, really, really similar. Timing wise and everything, like arm movements. Somehow, I managed to get very Rick Astley with it. No idea how, but I did. Am I impressed with myself? Yes. Maybe too impressed with myself, but I'm very impressed with myself. Yeah. Hold on, let me export this out. Export, because we're going to raid out in a second. Rick is probably going to go down as the most memed artist in music history. Yeah. Yeah, probably. But he loves it. He, like, from what I've seen of him, he really loves the meme. And it helped, get his notoriety back up and helped him return to the public eye, and he returned to singing, and now he's actually performing his other music as well, because people seem to really like his other music. So honestly, like, he doesn't seem to mind that he's become this huge meme. And he's really embraced it from what I've seen as well. He's done a more recent version of that where he does the dance, but he's a much older man. Twitch, what is WC Donald's? I don't know. Wook Donald's. Welcome to Wook Donald's. Interestingly enough, my mum actually has met Rick Astley, not at a concert, just in person. Many, many years ago, my mum met Rick Astley, and apparently he is a very lovely man. Which doesn't surprise me. He seems nice, you know? You know when you see, like, a celebrity or something like that, and they always just seem nice? Why do you want me to have savory sauce? Savory sauce is delicious. What are you talking about? We love savory sauce. Alright, I'm just looking for people to raid tonight, because we're going to head out pretty soon. I'm not going to lie, I've been just jumping into other people's streams and putting a bunch of dancing gray mice in the chat. So I totally get the appeal, smiley. Alright, I think the last 2 times we have done art streams, we've raided to Galacticat, so we're not going to raid to her tonight. She is currently live, but we're not raiding tonight. Now, raid the mouse, I hear they're really great. Let's see if they're still live. Ate dinner like 15 minutes ago? Damn, that's late. It's like 8:30 in Melbourne. That's a really late dinner. I have dinner at like 6. Because I like eating food. Now you're running in the dark. Might now be the best idea. Right now might be the best idea. There's Havo. There is Havo. That's true. Am I following Havo? Oh no, I'm not. Well, let's change that. Let's raid to Havo. And I will give him a follow. I only just got home from the gym. Ooh. Just too dedicated to the gym, it seems. Oh, it might not be the best idea. Oh, right, yeah. It's still dinner time in Australia? Well, it depends on which part of Australia. It's 8 here in Adelaide, which is kind of dinner time. If you're having a late dinner, that's perfect. Perfect time for dinner. I thought it was morning. No. No, 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 no. It's nighttime. Evening for the Aussies. It's dark out here. It's almost sleep time for the mouse. Home from the gym, straight to the T-bone steak. Ooh, but that's got to feel good though, right? It's a little late for you. When do you usually have dinner, Cryo? What's a Creo ideal dinner time? Because, yeah, for me, it's like 6. If I've got a stream coming up, then it's like 4. Because I've got to eat, and then I'll stream. But otherwise, like... Oh, Dirkle misled you. Well, Dirkle will do that, yeah. Try to have dinner by 7. That makes sense. That's an admirable time. Because we try to have the boy in bed by 8. That makes perfect sense, yeah. 8 is a good bedtime for a growing mind. Once you get that frontal lobe developed, it doesn't really matter when you go to bed. I like to just shake things up and go to bed at midnight sometimes, even on a school night, you know? Because then I'll go to work the next day and I'm just like, oh god, I'm dying. I feel like shit. I cannot win. My existence is pain. 8 a.m., good bedtime. As in to go to bed or to wake up? Because as a gym goer, as a gym junkie, or a gym rat, I should really say, as a gym rat, I will go to bed at 10 now, and I wake up at 6. I was buzzing off some pre-trainer. Oh, that'll do it. I've not taken pre-workout yet. I've not gotten to that stage in my gym existence to take pre-workout. I'm kind of curious, but I'm also a little scared, I'll admit. Had it at 5 p.m., was laying in bed at midnight like, my teeth are numb. Well, that definitely helps scare the shit out of me about pre-workout. It scares me. I just take creatine and BCAA, and protein, of course. I have protein pancakes some mornings, and that's the best. But I don't do it regularly, and I need to start doing it regularly if I want to bulk. But I want to bulk when it's cold, not when it's 29 degrees outside. Took pre-workout once, your body started vibrating. Oh shit. That's fucking terrifying. This was the very strong pre-trainer. Oh, this was a new very strong pre-trainer. That makes sense. I feel like I've got a pretty solid caffeine tolerance nowadays because I'm a caffeine addict, but I don't know, do I want anxiety plus, you know? But if you want to try a pre-trainer, yeah, if you have a recommendation, please let me know. I've got a nutrition or supplement place near where I live, so I usually go to them, and they're lovely. They're lovely, 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 lovely people. But I'm always happy to take recommendations. The buzzing, tingly feeling comes from beta alanine. Okay. It's got to be one of those chemicals. Chemicals or minerals. Oh. Let me fix my joints. But you can get a variety pack of disorder that has single serves of a lot of flavors. Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, but did my body physically vibrate? I mean, I feel like mine probably would at this point. If I took pre-workout that was real strong, then I'd be fucked. It's a good way to try them all for cheap. Yeah, that makes sense. Because what, like, a lot of those supplement stuff is quite expensive. But that's because it's specialty stuff, right? Time for you to go get your dinner. Yeah. Yeah, true, true, true. I think I should probably write out. Hold on. I kind of, my fingers tingle and sometimes my face and lips. Yeah, that feeling kind of concerns me. But if that's what the pre-workout is like, then that is what it is, right? Anywho, I should actually raid. Let's start this raid. Let's go see Andy. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. If you are looking to watch more of my stream, more of my art and stuff, I will be back tomorrow with more of this. But until then, I will see you all next time.